theirishyid here, joined by Nick, doing yet again another Champions League watch along. Hopefully, Real Madrid can pull off some sort of performance here because I will be honest, not even close to a PSG fan. In fact, I probably even hate PSG more than even Man City. I'll be honest, just really am not a fan of some of
What are
their
you talking
players.
about, Jack? I mean,
Not a fan of
obviously,
their players, Nick. Not a fan of like I don't know, they're the bandwagon team. They weren't
I'm
ever a big
completely unbiased today.
the
Completely
Podge life.
unbiased.
This is going to be a good watch long then, Nick. This is going to be a good watch long for that reason. We're going to be kind of battling it out. But
I got to
uh,
support the man.
yeah, I mean, we do got to support the man. I'd probably be quite happy for him. But then again, Nick, he is getting fired or he is leaving after this season. So technically, you don't really have to have any strings attached. Come over to the dark
That's
side.
true.
Come over to the dark side.
But
here.
you know what I want? I want him to win the Champions League so he can shut
Yeah.
up all the morons. With all the.
And then maybe he's content for the rest of his life, where then he can just come back to Spurs. And,
Well, yeah. Then Conte wins us the league next year, and then he goes and does something else, and Poch comes back, and long may he reign.
Yeah,
he puts
long may
in
he reign.
Alex first.
Quickly before people out the lineups, everybody, we do have Thibaut Courtois in goal for Real, Danny Carvajal at right back, Eder Militao as the right-sided center back with Nacho as the left-sided center back, and David Alaba coming in at left back. I do think that means, everybody, that Ferland Mendy, that French left back, is probably not available for this one, and they're not going with the ageless Marcelo either. So they are going for a bit of a different lineup than they did last time out. Luka Modric, Federico Valverde, and Toni Kroos in the midfield. Casemiro not available for this one. One of my favorite players, I must admit, actually. Casemiro. Will be sad to not see him in this one. I call him the evil teddy bear. Marco Asensio is going to be playing right wing with Kareem, the absolute Mercedes-Benz Kareem Benzema up top with Vinicius Jr. Neymar, Mbappe, Messi. Nick, this is going to be interesting, especially I will say I don't like Neymar, but I will probably have a few, guttural responses from some of his skills today because he is still just a ridiculous footballer. Marco Verratti. But that's what I mean, Nick. Like with Neymar, like I don't like him, but every single thing sometimes he does, you really just, you have to almost like turn off the camera sometimes because it really is that ridiculous what he can do. Marco Verratti, though, coming in, he's when he's available, when he's fit, one of the best midfielders in the world. This is going to be a treat. Leandro Paredes as well, one of David's favorite players. And I would take a look at him, Nick, because David loves him because
he's Argentinian,
the
isn't
definition of shithousery. That
Yeah.
guy, Paredes. Pereira.
Yeah.
He's Argentinian, yeah. And he holds his own in that team. I think he holds his own skill-wise, but he is very much, I don't know. He's not even like Højbjerg. He's like, he's an Argentinian Pepe. That's what I would say. He's really actually quite nasty. And even David said as well, for players that, how do you put it? Like for players in this day and era with VAR, the refs being a bit softer and everything, like being a master of shithousery is a lot harder than it was back then. So anybody that can still pull it off today, I would say you have to be a real genius. Nuno Mendes, left back for them. Kimpembe, who either can have an unbelievable performance or can look like Davinson Sanchez. So we will see how that looks. Marquinhos, who David and I did rate as practically the best center back in the world in there, alongside Hakimi, who plenty believe is the best fullback in the world. And then the big Donnarumma in goals.
I'm going for
match predictions, score predictions, PSG. Nick, get them off right away before even the ball is kicked. What are you thinking? Cheeky 3-1. I do kind of see that happening. I'll be honest, I'm rooting for Real Madrid very, very hard for this one. But PSG, like, especially with that front three, I could see them like, I don't know. I could just see them embarrassing some people out there. That's what I'm a bit worried about. But who knows? Who knows? Real Madrid are at home.
And as far as that front three goes, could you have a least defensive-minded front three in world football?
Funny enough, actually, Neymar, I actually think is the hardest working of that front three as well. And I find that bizarre. Mbappe is the youngest of all of them. Yeah, he actually, I think, runs the least when on defense. Leo, I don't think Messi really needs, you can't really expect him to be doing much pressing at this day and age. But yeah, it will be interesting. Perhaps, though, with the inclusion of Paredes and Pereira, maybe they're going to make up for that, kind of really lackadaisical front three, because those are two very hardworking midfielders alongside Verratti, a very hardworking midfielder. So I think they're going to do what they've done before, Nick, where you can bypass that front three super easy, but then
that's
you
where
reach
you got
that
to start
midfield
unlocking.
and it's actually quite a difficult midfield to get past. So yeah, and we'll see if they can. We'll see if they can. But everybody, let's welcome in some people into the building. Dan Coys is in the house saying, "Evening, Jack." Big up,
Big up,
Dan, my
Derek.
man. Absolute goat, absolute legend as always. Derek Hutchinson's in the house as well, and Matt C, who sounds like suffered COVID. That's right. Saying last day of isolation. Let's go. How are you guys today? I would say to finish your last day of isolation with a bit of Champions League, not the worst, Matt. Not the worst. It could be worse. I've seen people have, COVID over some pretty bad time periods. In fact, Matt, I saw my sister have COVID over Christmas as well as New Year's. So, I would say if you were to pick a time, maybe now's the best time. But I'm glad to see that you've recovered. I'm glad to see that you're doing well, Matt. Always in here. Absolute
Thank you,
goat.
Big Derek.
And then Derek Hutchinson as well as welcoming you in, Nick. Very, very nice of him. Pick up, Derek. Parra Escobedo, Flat Cap Army, and Parra Escobedo also
he's
saying
everywhere,
hello to
man.
Nick.
He's everywhere
Absolute
all at
role
once,
model.
man.
Parra always is in the chat, always holding it down. He's everywhere all at once. Carlo Ancelotti, we were just taking a look at. I will say I am looking forward to when his gum retires because, like a lot of managers and players out there, you do always feel a bit bad for that piece of gum in their mouth because it just gets absolutely wrecked. And honestly, all the stress of the game is taken out on it. So maybe that gum will retire sometime soon. But Carlo Ancelotti, who knows? I mean, he is to a degree one of the masters of the Champions League. Maybe he can pull off something here. But then again, like some people have been kind of questioning Ancelotti, like, does he really have any tactics? Is he just like this, like psychiatrist for world star players? Who knows? But balling behind almost right away for Vinicius there. We have kicked off, everybody. We are at 9 seconds, 10 seconds.
Madrid
But
pressing real
probably
hard.
just a bit ahead of you guys. But do sync up with us. We do have the timer in set. They are pressing quite hard here, and they've already won the ball back here, but maybe it will just be a bit of a spicy 10 minutes to see. But Kareem already with the ball here. Come on, Kareem. Show him. Vinicius. All in. Asensio's got to do better than that. I'm liking this start, though. Verratti being cornered in his own.
Yeah.
And that's one back by Valverde. They're already pumping them up, and he's pumping them up. Eder Militao's on the ground. That's
already
not good
on the
to
ground
see.
with Militao. Never good.
That's not good to see. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Do you know anything about Militao this season?
Say that again.
Do you know anything about Militao this season? Has he been?
He's actually doing quite well. So I've heard this season. And in fact, I think he moved there from Porto for something like near 40 million, something like that, a while back. But apparently he's been playing really well alongside David Alaba, which was why actually I even included David Alaba in my subs for the All World 11 because he's made Eder Militao look actually really good this season. And Sergio Ramos couldn't really do that. Varane didn't do that. Eder Militao looked very kind of shaky alongside those two. But
I kind of felt like he was definitely
looking great.
He was definitely in both of their shadows, Ramos and Varane. So without them there, I mean,
there's the old assistant coach of Pochettino as well. I do forget his name. Parra Escobedo saying the game is up and running. And George Hill saying, big up, Jack. Hope you're keeping well, my man. Currently on vacation in Florida. Hope the weather in New York is treating you well. It is not, George. It is not. It is, in fact, it's actually gotten a bit better, but it has been pouring down like sleet. Not even snow, sleet, which is just the worst combination, I would say, because you still end up getting drenched. It's pelting you in the face. I would say it's not too cold, but I don't know, like it was not fun. I made a quick errand, George, and like a 15-minute walk, and I just came back absolutely drenched. But I can tell you, Florida sounds glorious right now, George. Sounds absolutely glorious, and probably the best time of year actually to be in Florida, to be fair as well. So big up, George. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Let me know where you are, because I would say the missus went to Tampa and it was actually quite expensive. So do let me know where you are in Florida. But Neymar getting taken down there. It'd be interesting to see what PSG can do. It'd be kind of fascinated as to when this front three will start coming to light. But Marquinhos in here with the ball, plays it out wide to forget who it's going to be. Hakimi, right, out wide today.
Yeah, this first 3 minutes, it looks like they've been pinned back the whole time.
Yeah, Real Madrid is bringing, a bit of a intensity to the game, which you
And it
wouldn't really
continues
expect.
here. Out to Alaba. Oh, cheeky. Cheeky from Alaba. He wants to find Mbappe, but he doesn't.
Cruz sprays it out wide. Help taking up an interesting spot. Or no, that's Nacho. I mixed those two up.
Yeah, the beard. It's the beard. Oh,
Oh, here we
Vinicius.
go. Come on, Vinny.
He's going. Gets the
Get him.
cross in. Looking for, and he slips.
Big Asensio. Ooh. Ball back to Donnarumma here.
And Asensio seems to be getting a lot more game time with Ancelotti in charge.
Yeah.
Same cannot be said for Isco, right?
Probably not. Probably not as
Okay.
well.
An elbow right into Mbappe, takes him down.
I love the refs playing on,
Referee
letting the
says
boys
no
play
way.
today.
Yep. Referee says, keep going, get up. Long ball.
Beautiful spray.
Looking for Vinny. Vinny trips over his own legs.
They keep hyping up the crowd every single opportunity they get. You love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You love to see it.
There's a little scuffle around the ref here. Diallo's not happy about that call.
No.
That's an elbow in the back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think as well. He's got all his momentum going that direction as well. George Hill saying, I'm on Anna Maria Island. It's about 45 minutes south of Tampa towards Sarasota and Bradenton. I don't know these areas. Actually flew into Tampa to get here, my man. Good to see you. Good to see you, George. Good to see. I will tell you, I don't know Florida well. Kind of like every other person with East Coast grandparents, they did, move there seasonally.
Right.
Every single.
Yeah, that's the law. That was the
but
law.
they would go,
Vegas.
George.
Yeah.
They would go to this horrible, like, retirement sort of town, like near Tampa. I think you probably know what I'm talking about. Those sort of retirement village cities in Florida, which I would say was not as enjoyable. But definitely hope you're enjoying yourself, my man.
Okay,
Ball in here.
Cruz. Looking a little slippery on the pitch there. I don't know. Is it raining?
Angel saying weather in LA is brutal, 66 and partly cloudy, especially for you guys, my man. Especially for you.
Cry me a river there, Angel.
No, I mean, that is rough for them, I must say. Getting stuck in Alaba, though. Love to see it. Why is he taking a shot from there, Asensio? Right-footed as well. But I would say Asensio, he does have a banger in him. He does have a banger in him. I've seen him always score some screamers. I don't know why there's a T-Rex on my screen, but George Hill saying, sorry to hear about the weather. I don't miss it one bit. I'm sure the smashing of Everton helped, though, my man. It certainly did. But I would say, actually, the weather was actually quite fine then, George. There were a few days where we had a few 60s in a row. And then it's just turned to this, George. So all I can say is, that's what New York can be like. It's just one day, beautiful, disgusting 70 degrees. And the next day is sleet and snow. But Vinicius showing him, destroying. Come on, take him down.
His way in.
Kareem!
Trying to find Benzema. But Messi does what Messi does
no.
into Neymar. They're on
one.
Finding Mbappe.
This is
along.
No.
He's looking for somebody.
No.
Is he going to take it on himself, or is he going to find Messi? He looks for Neymar a little bit too close. A little too close.
Courtois. I'd love to see it. That is the danger right there. Every single time you see Messi hits Neymar, you see Neymar charging through the middle there. I mean, there's no one that's going to be able to take the ball from Neymar in those situations. Threads it beautifully through to Mbappe. That is the threat today. And to a degree, Nick, that is why I see your 3-1 prediction potentially being true here, because you could just see PSG just doing that every time, and they will, be ruthless on one of these occasions.
Militao aside, is Madrid's back line fast enough to catch them?
I actually would say yes. You actually would say.
Yeah.
I mean, faster than most center back lines. Faster than most. David Alaba, we all know, is quite quick. And And then Eder Militao, I would say, is just as quick as Sergio was, when Sergio left, and quicker than Varane. So probably actually their quicker kind of center back pairing of, quite a long time. Sergio Ramos, though, to be fair to him, used to be absolutely rapid, but not as much anymore. Wish he was actually playing in this one. I do miss Serge, but especially in that all-white kit. But we do see Neymar dropping very deep here, picking the ball up, finding a bit of a turn.
Matsy, you got a FIFA card that needs upgrading, right? Is it Militao?
Yeah, you need that FIFA upgrade. Yeah, is it a Militao? Is it David Alaba card? That David Alaba card is actually probably quite valuable.
I think I got that one at the beginning of the year.
I bet it's quite valuable.
Yeah.
Luka Modric getting stuck. Love to see it. Toni Kroos finding Federico. That Valverde guy is also Uruguayan, by the way. So, he's kind of a Bentancur's midfield partner. Kareem out wide.
PSG's press is like non-existent.
No, they're sitting really deep. But to be fair, this is what they did to Bayern last season. And it worked. Bayern, I think, what was it? Bayern had 34 shots and like 25 on target or something like that. Keylor Navas was, I don't know what he was on that day, but whatever it was, I mean, I'll have some of it. And they just somehow pulled it out, and they did exactly what we just saw there, where they just picked their moments to counterattack it. Win that back. Not able to win it back. But they were just able to ruthlessly counterattack Bayern, and I could see them doing the same thing with Madrid here. But Valverde winning it back. Luka, bit of a meg on Neymar, which is absolutely gross. Find him.
Big.
Oh,
a little too far out in
sweeping.
front.
Yeah.
Easy for Donnarumma.
Keeper there from Don. It's a Rodrigo road to the finals. Each time they make it to the next round, they get a +2 upgrade. That sounds glorious, my man. Wow. So we will be back in Madrid today, especially for you, Matt. Especially, I believe, if you do any weekend league. I haven't played Ultimate Team this year, my man. I kind of just took a break from it, but I would say, Matsy, I'm going to be living my Ultimate Team experience through you. But Kareem here. Oh, he's got to do better there, Kareem. Sir, that didn't go out. Vini, you absolute monster. Oh,
he's all over them.
Oh, sir! Thank you, ref. Oh, what a monster.
Is Ramos still injured?
He might be, but he also could just not be playing. I think he's just not really shown that signing to really have worked out, and getting taken out by the flag there. Yes, show him the weight room, Tony.
Kroos
have a hit.
The weight room. Pumps him off with a long shot. Well scuffed.
All right. The positions that Real Madrid are winning the ball back so far, I'm very happy about. And I do feel like one of these moments you will see Kareem, Mercedes Benzema combined with Vinicius Jr. But
they're looking for each other.
Mistake here from Militao
with the ball, trying to shimmy his way through, looking for a Neymar.
Into Verratti's feet. Neymar. Oh my God! What a touch!
Oh! Mbappe in by himself.
Oh! Save Courtois. Was that a touch from Mbappe or a deflection? It's tough to see whether he actually touched it past him there. Ramos is injured, said Paulo Miguel Escobardo. That is rough. That is rough.
Yeah, he picked up an injury right at the beginning of the season.
I will cry when Sergio retires. Absolutely love Sergio. Probably one of my favorite players of all time. Grew up on Sergio.
Yeah, I admit the guy's brilliance, but I just can't stand him.
The two of them. How can you not love him though?
him and Pepe together, just the
But how
cartoon
could you not love
villains.
it? I mean, I think the reason I loved it was because I was such an avid Barcelona hater that I just, just
Yeah, yeah,
loved
yeah,
those two for that
yeah.
reason. But I would say certainly. Apparently, though, Nick, I must say what I've heard before is that apparently Pepe and Ramos are in fact actually lovely guys. Which I find
Really, they're wonderful human
I find
beings.
that hilarious. I actually find that hilarious, despite them being absolute like villains, on
Uh,
the pitch. In fact,
you
almost
often find them
criminals.
rescuing kittens on
Almost
the streets of.
criminals on the pitch. I mean, these guys have committed assault like
Uh-huh.
on the pitch before, have broken people's arms on the pitch before, and yet apparently, like according to a lot of journalists and everything, they're actually like the most lovely guys, like outside of football. And apparently, as well, I've heard that Pepe is actually one of the most philanthropic players
Yeah,
as well. So
yeah.
that's the reason I love them even more because they just turn into absolute evil just villains on the pitch. But once they're off it, they're actually quite nice guys. But I mean, two similar chances for Mbappe. I mean, difficult finishes probably. And to be fair to Mbappe, like he can be a good finisher and then he also can be a pretty poor finisher at times. So not really surprised that he isn't bearing those. But to be fair, like those are really difficult chances. But Hakimi surging
Very
through
good
the
turn by
midfield here.
Hakimi. Yep, finds Neymar.
Uh-oh, this isn't good.
It looks like Neymar is playing the role of provider very much.
Yeah, he's playing through the middle.
Yeah.
And Modric didn't really know what to do with that, so he played it out for a corner. Not really sure what Poch is upset about.
Uh-huh.
Matt C saying there was 1% for the Conference League, but it's the same overall because we were knocked out. That's funny, actually. The Conference League even
Oh, yeah, that's
came
right.
into play.
I bought that card, Matsy. I was one of the few
That's
schmucks that
horrible,
bought that
actually.
card.
That's
I
actually
still got
horrible. What a good cheat code that probably would have been in the beginning. Like
Uh-huh.
to think like, oh, just buy Spurs players because they'll advance to the Europa Conference
Right.
League and just
Yeah.
continue to get upgrades.
Wah,
It didn't work out that way, Matt C. That's rough. That is rough.
I'm holding on to it just out of spite.
Hold on to it till we win American Idol, then you'll get the upgrade.
There you go. There you go.
Messi here plays it back to Danilo. Danilo, nice little cheeky chip up to Kimpembe. Kimpembe getting shown the weight room. Asensio! He's so good. So good. Actually saved them there. Not even kidding. I think that will go very much unnoticed because they were through there. Militao.
I gotta say, Matsy, too, that card design for the Conference League was the ugliest card design.
Really?
This year. Yeah. They
That's
obviously
sad.
saved that for they had the intern design that one over at EA Sports.
Oh, Benzema's so sexy. That was beautiful. What are your thoughts on like Karim Benzema, Nick? Like, my friend growing up, Jimmy and I, we always like really loved Karim because I just felt like he was under the shadow of Ronaldo for so long.
Yeah,
and I actually just always thought, is he world class? Not really. I kind of think he is actually. Recently,
I mean,
shown that
I
he
think
is world
since
class.
Ronaldo left, he's proven exactly what player he is.
And that's why, but this is why he and I always loved him because we kind of knew that player was always there. It just always got overshadowed, it felt like, by Ronaldo. And like things like that just shows. And also like Kareem, I would probably make the case he's nowhere near as close to the ability of Harry Kane. But if I were to find any number 9 that would be similar, I think it actually would be Karim Benzema.
He's probably next in line. But
the closest in like
range?
similar qualities, similar style of play and everything. I think really similar to Harry Kane, Karim. And like I said, there's no better nickname than Mercedes Benzema as well. But I don't know. Love Karim. And I do hope he bangs one in as well. Also has one of the classic like Suarez celebrations as well, the kiss in the wrists and everything. Absolute goat. But it's kind of, I would say the last 3 minutes have been quite dull. Let's be honest. They're just kicking it around. Like it's almost like someone's gone injured or someone's down in the stands. I'm not really sure. But now we're back in play here with Kimpembe on the ball. played into Verratti. But again, seeing Real Madrid press quite high up. And what's funny about it as well is you're seeing Valverde, the one kind of pressing higher than the rest of them between Cruz and Modric, which is also interesting. Oh, Nuno Mendes absolutely saucing there. Modric here.
Oh, trying to find Benzo. Gets caught right in the middle.
Verratti finds Messi. Finds Verratti. What a pass.
Ball. Yeah, what a pass into Neymar. Neymar's looking, what's he going to do? He's going to take the shot. He takes the shot right into the wall.
Paredes. Oh. Not as much of a souvenir.
Oh.
I think what we can make so far is that it seems like Neymar is practically playing through the middle. It feels like at times. Valverde, I would say for Real Madrid, is actually the one almost leading the press and winning the ball back. Maybe as well, perhaps the reason he's kind of even leading that sort of press, I think, is because they don't want Verratti and those midfielders just to kind of waste time and, dwell on the ball. I think they just want to have the ball as much in their hand. But Asensio, touches every time from Asensio.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's taken down there.
Yeah.
And you love to see it. The ref is letting it play on. Honestly, I'm glad. Verratti wins. Oh!
Modric almost in there with the tackle, but Verratti holds on.
That's saying, I think if we won, the card would be 98 or something insane.
Something insane. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
Vinicius, sir. I love it, actually. This German referee is, showing exactly why I like the Bundesliga. He's not it's no stop and start. He's only calling what is necessary, not really flashing any cards left and right, just letting the boys play.
Just play the game. Just play the game.
Get up off the grass. Slow down. Yeah. I really like seeing that. And as well as that's why I kind of like the Bundesliga, to be fair, because the Bundesliga is often like that. When Dave and I did that watch along of Mönchengladbach and Dortmund, like Dave and I the whole time were like, how are half of these players not even arrested? Because it was just so brutal out there. And that's what I do kind of like about the Bundesliga. It seems like it's maybe they do let maybe a lot more things slide, I would say, than maybe the Premier League. Even then the Premier League, I think they let more things slide. And a good example even of what I'm kind of complaining about is that Spanish referee. Oh, Neymar here.
Neymar in.
And it's a shot.
Oh, very, very good shot.
I mean, Courtois he's getting used to diving to that side. I'll be fair. He's dove to that side every time and saved it like that. But yesterday with the Spanish referee, I always forget his name, but with Liverpool and Inter Milan, I love that guy, but he's just so annoying with how many yellow cards he, brands people. And, he just doesn't really let the game ever play. It feels like he always wants to make it somewhat about him.
I missed that match, but is it that guy with the bald spot?
The bald guy, Spanish. He kind of looks like very famous Champions League kind of ref. Very famous, iconic. But I've never liked him. I've always thought he looks like a funny guy. He has very funny gestures and isms and things.
He looks like a high school principal.
He does look like a high school principal.
He looks like he's going to put you in detention.
But he seems to have a good sense of humor. He has hilarious kind of chats. You can tell with the players and things like that. But it seems to always be about him whenever he refs. And I think that's often shown with how many yellow cards I feel like he brandishes. I feel like every time I watch a Champions League with him, I see 8 yellow cards shown. No matter how rough of a game it is. Example, situation like that sort of tackle. And so that's why I'm actually happy to see this referee kind of just let the boys play here. Easy saves so far for Courtois, but the most shots on target have been from PSG. And you would say more clear-cut chances than perhaps Real Madrid have had so far. I wouldn't say there hasn't exactly been a clear-cut chance, though.
What kind of beer you got today?
I have a Brooklyn Brewery Red IPA. It's absolutely glorious.
You hipster, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, bobbling.
Exclusively
Mbappe
Brooklyn
holding
Brewery
onto
and
the
Threes
ball.
Brewing.
Oh, he finds Neymar. Is he going to take the long shot? No, he's got to dance around Modric. Messi's got it. Messi's going at wide, loses it.
Ooh.
Hakimi gets it back to Messi. Verratti in,
Okay.
looking for a way out,
Messi,
but they get pinned back.
Benzema, and Vinicius are very deep.
Yeah. It's like watching Spurs.
It does look that way right now, their shape. Not a lot of pressing happening either.
Yeah. No,
Just kind
that's
of a
what
bit of
happens when you have
standing.
so many old men on the pitch. They can only
Yeah, they can only press for 20
like 5
minutes.
minutes. Yeah. And then they got to break.
They got to break pretty much for the rest of the half.
Yeah.
Marquinhos here, though, showing a bit of class in possession.
Wow.
What a feint
Daniel
by
Larson.
Verratti there.
So you should be able to see. No, you should, because the timer has stopped. Don't know why that is, but let me try to reset it right now. We're on 24-14. Missed that shot. Let me see if I can reset us right now.
Sorry about that, Daniel. Oh, Benz. Oh, so class. Oh, yes.
And I'm going to try to restart
yes.
it.
Benz!
25. Oh, he's in?
How? He's standing right in front of the 6. You got to play him there. Oh, he's way off sides. That's why.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. He's like 1,000 yards off sides. What am I getting ahead of
Give me
myself
the time
for?
back so I can see it. I hate it when they do that.
Oh, wow. That was close. We're at 25. Oh, wait.
All right. Boom. Hopefully that resets the clock there. Although, Jacko, if that doesn't start up again, we may need to put the scoreboard URL back into OBS.
Redo it. All right.
Yeah.
I'll do that if it doesn't work. I'll check at the screen, see what happens. Marquinhos here. Finds Paredes. Paredes finds Messi. Messi. Ball won back by Nacho.
I'm going to resend that link to you, Jay.
No, okay.
Benzema taking it from deep. Nobody pressing him, but it goes out wide.
It should be back in there.
Okay. And if that doesn't kickstart it, then I'll redo it on this website here.
Dan Coy is saying, in the hotel with work this week, now got the City game on the PS4 on the TV, PSG game on the iPad, and watch along on the phone. Going to miss all this at the end of the season, getting too close. Dan, I know what you mean. But before I get to that, I would say I think you got your priorities wrong. I think you need to switch the PSG game over to the TV and put the Sporting Man City match over on the iPad. In fact, probably put it on the smallest screen you probably have, just because there's really no need to even look at it, my man. But I know, believe me, I hate the summer, actually, Dan. I really do. It's just because there's no more football. Don't really know what to do with myself. It's like, especially when there's no international tournament of any kind. I really don't know. I guess I kind of just all of a sudden turn back to the NBA and things like that. But it's sad. It's sad. I don't know, Dan. I'm with you, my man. I hate when the season ends. To be fair, that's actually why I love the international tournaments, because then you basically just get a year of football, almost 2 years of football practically when you think about it, straight, which is just exactly what we need. But I'm with you, Dan. I'm always feeling that way. I'm always so sad, especially when the Champions League final happens. You just already realize, like, wow, that's the last game of football this season and everything. It's tough, and you won't ever catch me watching MLS. So.
I was going to say, but Jack, there's the MLS.
I'd rather just turn to another sport at that stage. Matt C saying, "Did you hear about Atletico Madrid going up at just a second? I wish that was a better ball. Showing him the weight room ref." Matt C saying, "Yeah, I mean, Emerson seems to be the one that's probably on the way out, which, to be fair to Matt Doherty, he's put in better performances in that right wing back position recently than Emerson really ever has. Emerson, whenever he did have a good performance, it always was just like, yeah, he was really solid defensively, but never really a game when you were thinking that Emerson changed the game going forward. And it's exactly what we need. But Hakimi here, or Mbappe, doesn't keep it in by the looks of it. I don't think that was in. Sir? Whoever that is absolutely mauling Vinicius. Every time Vinicius gets the ball, they just destroy him. Sir? That actually should be a card. I'm with you, Vinny. I'm with you on that one. It's too many times I've seen that happen to you today. Tandem Tantrum Gold saying, big up, guys. Please, everyone, hit that like and subscribe to this great channel. Really appreciate you, Tandem Tantrum. Absolute legend. Dan Coy saying, actually wrote it wrong. City Game is on the iPad. That's what I thought.
There you
Matt C, I would get into baseball, my man. It's my mom's favorite sport, but it's probably why, maybe not the favorite child, is because, if baseball were my sport, I think, it probably would be the favorite child. But unfortunately not the case. I went the football route, but I did play a lot of baseball, my man.
Yeah, me too. And that's why
not really my favorite to watch. Be honest, not my favorite
it'll bore the ass off you sometimes.
It's fun to play, but not the best to watch. But I would say, being in New York, maybe a better baseball culture here than Seattle. So maybe I'll get into it, Matt. Maybe I'll get into it. But big yourself up.
So, Jack, if you can, put the link that I just sent you in there.
Again, do it again.
Yeah, do it again. With the chip. Oh!
Cleared away by Nacho. All right. Should have, changed at least a little bit. Yep, back in. I do see a timer. It's at, saying now it's at 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Do we just have to get it right for the second half?
Yeah.
We'll just get it right for the second half.
Okay. You're seeing 6 seconds on your OBS?
On the OBS, I'm seeing, 20 seconds, 22.
Well, we'll reset it for the second half.
Yeah, yes. We'll get it right for the second half, everybody. We'll get it right for the second half. Hopefully, I would say we do look pretty right now. So at least that looks good. But really good chance there from PSG. I do want a goal to go in, though, just to see, like, where this game could go. But to be fair, like, Real Madrid, all they need is one goal. So maybe that's why maybe it's a bit cagey, you could say, at this moment in time. But really good chance created there by Messi.
A lot of midfield passing practice going on.
Irish Hotspur in the house. Big up, Dave. Good to see you in here, my man.
Hey,
hopefully
David.
The podcast went well. I would say, Dave, I was listening to only like 20 minutes of it, but you and Brains were on fire, my man. You and Brains were on fire. Absolutely loved Brains. I thought he was great. But big up, David. Good to see you in here. He does need to do more, my man. He does need to do more. Dan saying, evening, David. Glad you're feeling better, mate. By the looks of it, I would say David's voice sound entirely different over the podcast than it did on the phone today. Like, I would say, like I said, he's capable of miraculous recoveries. He's capable of miraculous recoveries, Dan. Or maybe he's just good at being a good sport. But big up, Dan. Big up. Matt C saying I might start going to Toronto FC games soon, but Nuno Mendes here.
It's a goal! Mbappe with that very, very cheeky
Mbappe.
deflection.
Oh, offside.
Oh,
They've given something. Something must have been offsides. Nuno Mendes. Oh,
is he? Oh, that's an armpit offside.
That's tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually looked. If you saw that horizontal line of the grass, you could actually tell that he was off. Yeah. I'm actually, wow, they handled that quickly. Oh, false alarm, everybody. 0-0. Where's false alarm? Good finish, though, by Mbappe. Probably the most likely scorer when you do think about it. Kareem out here on the wing.
He's had the most chances.
Yeah.
Neymar's finding a lot of space in the middle, but yeah, it looks like Mbappe is the way the goals are going to come.
Yeah, I would say the most likely sort of goal is going to be Kareem. Oh, Kareem.
Effort. Good effort.
Look at that beard as well. Absolute legend. Even funnier as well, if you know the story, Nick. You know, I think it was only a year and a half ago, or I think it was practically like a year and a half ago. Benzema, had that report of saying to his teammates, "Don't pass to Vinicius Jr. He's killing us." Did you ever hear that quote?
No, I never heard that.
That actually happened. It happened about 2 years ago. Like Vinicius and Benzema practically I don't know if they hated each other, but definitely Benzema hated him. You could say.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's not exactly the sweetest person in the locker room.
No, he doesn't look to be maybe the sweetest, and I would say he does. He does
he's had a lot
fancy
of
holding something
nefarious-
over somebody as well, allegedly.
Yeah. We won't get into that just now. But we all know.
Allegedly.
We all know what you're talking about.
But ball in for Kareem, back post. Valverde wins it to Carvajal. Real Madrid deep in PSG's half. Modric here finds Asensio. Asensio with a few shimmies. In fact, actually, you look at the shape from PSG, it's almost like actually 4-4-2 by the looks of it. Because you do see Neymar and Messi just standing up top, and you see Mbappe sometimes drop a bit deeper. But Benzema
find a way through, doesn't.
Vinicius.
PSG very tight at the back right now.
Take that hit, Valverde. Carvajal.
That's a Carvajal.
4 touches. Love it.
Militao playing very high up. Thinking he's Romero. Oh.
Bruce Kareem!
Oh,
Kareem! Rising like a phoenix. Oh. You're better than that, Kareem. You're better than that. Oh, you look like you got it spot on here, Nick. What I'm seeing. The timer.
On the timer?
I'm seeing it on OBS. It's looking great. I didn't see you fix that.
I think it's about 30 seconds behind though. So when the half comes, we're going to reset it completely.
Okay.
It could be. I could be trying to do too much at once on this on my computer, but we'll see. We'll get it right. Vinny's shimmy shaking, but Marquinhos takes it right off of him and shows him the floor.
Big ups to Newska. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. Catman Jazz, Flat Cap Army. I'm late, guys. Real Madrid got this. Big up, Catman. Good to see you're on the right side, my man. Big up Davide, says Parma goes Gilberto. Passing is so good, Luka Modric, to be fair. I mean, what did you make of his inclusion of keeping him in that World 11? He still thinks that Luka Modric is one of the best in the world. Oh, but Luka here.
Yeah, I can't disagree, man. Just on sheer tenacity, you know.
Mm. He's the definition of class, I would say. Always, Luca. Everybody just saying hello to each other. Good to see you. Good vibes. Good vibes. Kareem out wide. Benz. Valverde spreads it. Good touch from Carvajal. Good defense though from Mendez.
Mm-hmm. But out to
And
Neymar, and
Neymar
Neymar
spreading another through
through
ball in
ball.
here.
Uh-huh.
Oh geez.
Finds
David
Mbappe.
Alba
They're
one
in
on
trouble.
one.
Oh, that's gotta be a goal. It's gotta be a goal. And it is.
Oh no.
Mbappe. That was coming. That was coming. That ball
Oh,
was
that was
excellent from
brutal.
Neymar.
That was brutal.
One touch, I
Played it
believe,
first
too.
time. Played it first time.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
That is brutal. Yeah, I
The
would
away
say this
fans
tie
are
is
going
over.
wild.
I think this tie could be over. I think they needed to get that first goal, Real. Oh, plays it over the top. Beautiful pass from Neymar. And then Mbappe does that thing that even Thierry Henry was talking about. Hits the
Uh-huh.
near post.
Was that a Meg too? I think it was.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was. I think he just hits it to
Is it
the
on
side
the
of him.
outside? Yeah.
Yeah,
You might be right there. Yeah.
not the greatest at defending. I'll be honest either.
Nope.
I think Alaba had to at least he had to get he had to either make a challenge or he had to get a lot closer to him. You can't just give him that much space and then at least allow him to get the shot off. It's a difficult situation to defend, but probably could have done better there. Probably could have done better there. Mbappe scoring against his future team. PSG probably getting a lot of confidence from that, I would say as well. They are a team that really rides on these sort of goals as well, I must say, PSG.
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like when PSG, plenty of people have seen this, when they go down, they start kicking and screaming, start kind of, swiping at players, getting a bit, tantrums everywhere. Oh, good moment there. They start
Yeah, but
throwing
when they go
tantrums.
up, they
But when
don't
they
sit
go
back.
up, they turn imperious. Like they
Yeah.
turn
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
unbelievable. And they are a team that just seems to ride, the momentum, I would say.
Mhm.
It's always been that factor in them.
Yeah, well, it's the Messi Neymar factor because once they score once, then they smell blood.
Yeah, I think that is probably the case. Once they score once, they smell blood. And then in the case, Paredes, of course, he's in
Paredes getting up.
there.
Who's that? Nacho? Yeah. Yeah.
um, but it was like the case in other seasons. I remember they just like the moment they just knew that the tie was over for them, they just started, throwing tantrums and everything at players. And I mean, it's going to be the exact opposite here. I feel like they're just going to ride this game. They're in full control now, PSG. But ball in from Asensio, not a good cross. Tony Cruz out wide.
Mm-hmm.
Finds Luka Modric.
Modric
Banger,
looking for the long ball.
potentially.
Oh, a bad effort. Kept it down.
Do you mind changing the score for me, Nick?
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem. No problem.
Let's hope it does it on your OBS.
Okay, Neymar's pass was almost Kane-esque for Son's
Messi's
goal.
got it.
Oh,
But he
well
gets
done.
it taken away by Cruz.
Tony's got nowhere to go, though. Oh, what a touch. It's ridiculous. It's getting stuck there, though. Luka. Good pass. Oh, what a dink. What a dink from Messi. And Neymar with plenty of
They're
space
giving him
here.
lots of space. Yeah, lots of space.
Bit of training ground right now.
Hakimi's wide open on the right side, too.
Dan Coy saying Neymar's pass was almost Kane-esque. Yeah, I mean, the timing of it and as well the ability to do it first
Hakimi's
time.
got the speed. Oh, but he gets taken
That's a
down.
yellow. That's going to be a yellow.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That was clearly a foul.
Big up, Catman. Keep the hope. Keep the hope.
Thank you, Paro, my man. You are the legend, though, my man. I don't know how, like, what you do for a living, but you must just watch YouTube for a living because you're on every channel, all over the place.
He's actually, I think he's a salesman of some kind, actually.
Huh.
Paro. Yeah. All the way in Lagos. Absolute legend. Dave saying that's why Mbappe makes my world 11. Yeah, I'm not an Mbappe fan, so whatever logic I could come up with to leave him out of it, that's
Is there
that's what I
why
did, Dave.
you're not an Mbappe fan, huh? Is there a
No.
particular reason?
I think he's developing the Thierry Henry complex.
Yeah. Oh, almost a beautiful ball into Neymar.
Yeah, that could have been a goal.
Messi's gonna do something, but he plays back.
Yeah, I just think Mbappe is just, I don't know. I just don't really like his mannerisms sometimes. Like I
The
just don't
inflated
really.
ego.
I don't even know if it's always ego. It's just I don't really like players that just like smile off like missing sitters and things like that. That's what he's always done. And I don't know. Maybe he's young and he's got plenty of time and he knows that. But I've always kind of hated that about him. Like I've just seen him miss like glorious chances that have lost them games, and he doesn't seem to take it too seriously or anything. And I don't know. Maybe it's just
What
the
a
type of
ball!
person that he is.
Oh
But
no,
Messi
even
here
Messi.
didn't want to shoot it with the right. But Luca, tried to spray it out wide to Vinicius. Would say you, Dave. I would say though, that moment right there, Dave. That moment right there is why Donnarumma doesn't make the world 11. That
Amir
moment right
Sardar
there.
with the Poch making
You have
Angelotti look
Neuer in
like
that situation.
Lampard.
Neuer keeps possession there in that situation. No doubt about it. He keeps possession there. Lost his feet there. Verratti. Wow. Oh, sir, please. Thank you, ref.
Looks like PSG is trying to just sit back and hold out until the half.
Sit back, hold out into the half, and probably just do this throughout the next half as well,
Yeah.
because 2 goals up on aggregate. Oh, Vinicius. And then this is where they can hurt you.
Yeah, but is that really Poch's way? And do they have the defense to hold that out for 45 minutes?
Pochettino has not been playing Pochettino football with PSG.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It was like, that's what made the Bayern game so funny last season, was because I think the numbers that PSG had were just absurd in terms of how pragmatic they were playing, considering also were a more expensive assembled squad, and everything. It was actually quite shocking to see them have like 20% possession or whatever it was, and 3 shots on target, all 3 went in, and it's something about PSG. I guess they're just an unbelievable counter-attacking team, which does make sense. But Hakimi here leading the charge, finds Mbappe. Mbappe threads through Neymar. This is dangerous. Oh, Militao gets stuck. Back post.
Why doesn't he take it
Hakimi.
himself? Oh. No, that's a waste. Oh, Modric on the break.
And the referee has called it. Halftime. 1-0 to PSG. 2-0 on aggregate. I don't know. It just seems like Real Madrid needed to score that first goal in order to get anything out of this for me.
Yeah.
I feel like this plays into PSG's hands. They can just do more of the same, continue to sit back, continue to, invite the pressure, then just release Mbappe and Neymar. From there, I don't know. Like, I'm just worried. I don't think this has any chance for Real Madrid, to be fair. I only see them having to open themselves up even more and then just get probably hurt even more. But to be fair, maybe a bit better touches in certain scenarios, maybe a bit better passing, and Real Madrid could actually be in a better position. But I think PSG, to a degree, probably do deserve actually the 1-0 scoreline, Nick.
Yeah, they had the better chances, and Madrid definitely looked frustrated, particularly on the back line.
Yeah, and particularly in the back line. And probably as well, like I would say, is that every time PSG seem to lose it, Real Madrid are so deep in the PSG
Mm.
half that all it takes is just one through ball, it seems, through that left channel for Mbappe, and then Mbappe's just clean through. And from there, it's pretty much just, hopefully he just doesn't do very much with it. And what was it? Probably the fourth or fifth time, he had that same chance. He finally buried it. And I
Right.
don't think we
Yeah,
were
it only takes
surprised.
him 5 chances, right?
It only takes him five, but to be fair, it was all this exact same sort of chance when you think about it as
Uh,
well. Clean through on the left wing, one on one with a defender each time, just didn't exactly do the best with it. And then you give him that opportunity. He's going to learn from the mistakes maybe he made before, and then he's just going to absolutely punish you. And it doesn't even take a world class player to do that, I think, with how many opportunities he was given with that. But what have you made of that, Nick? Again, PSG playing this very deep, kind of counterattacking sort of style of play. I actually, as much as I think it's a bit shameless, I find it actually to be quite smart and actually
but
quite
you gotta
clever.
yeah, you gotta win the way you can, and
Yeah.
against Real Madrid, they're gonna try to be attacking at least for the first half, so you gotta hit them on the break if you can. It's pragmatic is what it is,
It
and,
is pragmatic. It
applause
is
to the man.
pragmatic.
Applause to the man for that because he wants to win the game, you know? He's not there to be pretty right now.
Big up, Gmart. Welcome to the house, my man. Amir Sardar as well is in here. Absolute goat Amir is to this channel, saying Poch making Ancelotti look like Lampard today. Yeah. Uh, Not that bad, my man. Not that bad. I'll be fair. I mean, Fat Frank, I don't know. I don't know. I think that was much more of a beating. But Amir, good to have you in here, my man. And absolutely, let's get Parachichi on the phone and get Solomon in. Let's get Solomon in.
Who's
Chris is saying
Solomon?
hello to you as well, Nick. Chris is in the house.
Big Chris, Big Chris. How you doing, buddy? Who's Solomon? Is Solomon the guy you did the
Shakhtar Donetsk
yeah,
Israeli
right.
forward. I mean, me and Amir kind of have a bit of kind of a love session, talking about that guy, but maybe eventually he'll make that move away from Shakhtar, which I would say, everybody, just a quick plug. Definitely check out that video because there is some sort of transfer market, like a short-term transfer market that's, I think, expiring in April, like really early April, around like April 7th or April 8th. All clubs are apparently allowed to pursue and approach players from the Ukrainian and Russian leagues. I
Wow.
think there are probably a few decent players out there that you could probably get, especially considering I bet you could get a cut price on plenty of them because the players want to leave. Maybe even some of these clubs might not even be able to
Desperate.
afford some of the
Yeah.
players. Who knows what the
Yeah.
situation is? Unfortunately, you could just say that over there, like, football is not the priority. So maybe clubs might actually take advantage of that. And to be fair, I don't even think it's just Spurs. They could take advantage of that. I think there are plenty of actually smaller teams that should actually take a look at some of those players who knows, you find diamonds in the rough. That's what I would say. You find diamonds in the rough. But I mean, do plug that video, and I would say everybody do check it out. Catman Jess says, I wouldn't doubt he could seriously compete in the 500-meter, David, for sure. Is Mbappe the fastest player in world football, do you think, Nick?
I mean, who's fat? Jed Spence looks like he could give him a run. Uh, you know, and to be sure, Emerson, man, looks like he's got some legs on him too. You know,
Yeah, but
um,
that's like he's got, I think what Mbappe has is that he not only has that short burst of speed, but he also has that long, sort
he's
of
got the
stride as
stamina.
well.
He's got the stamina, and he can do it with the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know
And
that.
when you look at the stride here, like he has that
Yeah.
long sprinter's sort of stride as
Yeah.
well, which I think is what makes him more deadly. Is not only does he have that short burst of speed right there that he can beat you with, but then also in the actual long, like 2 degree, long 100-meter sprint, you would say maybe the fastest in the world. I would actually say I can't really think of anybody faster 2 degree. Maybe Hakimi, actually. In fact, they
Uh-huh.
actually probably have the two fastest
The two
players.
fastest right there. Yeah.
Hakimi, I would say, is up there as well. So maybe it is Mbappe and Hakimi. Do let me know, everybody, who are the fastest maybe players in the world. Big up, Duncan, though. Do really appreciate it, my man. And with halftime, I don't know, Nick. Like, do you want to give me any sort of hope that Real Madrid could get out of this? I just feel like, this tie 2 degree is
Honestly,
over.
I don't see them pull. I don't even see them scoring.
Yeah.
Uh, it's so that it looks like the juice has just been drained out of them right now.
Hmm.
Benzema and Modric look like the only ones really giving a shit right now.
To be fair. And I think what's also happening with Real Madrid right now is that, wow, that goal actually, or that shot from Kareem was a lot closer than it looked. Um, I feel like they're not really exactly breaking down. I don't know. In the beginning of the game, we saw them play dangerous passes in between that midfield and the back line.
Mm.
And we saw them pick up the ball in really good spaces. But I feel like, I don't know, ever since like the first 10 or 15 minutes, it felt like all of Real Madrid's good chances were like in the 10-15 minute period. Since then, they just didn't really do anything with it. I don't know. I just think PSG, I mean, halftime, Nick, I feel like Pochettino, he's only has more time to discuss, how to be even more, defensively solid, what areas, they're trying to hit us through. Like it's all in their hands because they can continue to play the same sort of game. They can even like fix maybe the areas where there maybe were some sort of
Yeah.
concerns if there were any. So that's what I think worries me is that they have the aggregate in their hand, they have the tie in their hand, and then on top of that, like the formation and the style and the tactics that they've gone with today have been extremely successful. So that all that means is you just do more of the same, and then you just probably tell the players maybe what to maybe tweak or what to maybe kind of perfect, and that just really that's the part that's making me have no hope actually to a
Do
degree.
we know
'Cause
if Madrid have anybody on the bench that could make a difference right now? I mean, Rodrigo,
potentially Rodrigo,
yeah,
Gareth Bale is still on that bench.
Bale is still on the bench. Yeah.
Uh, I don't think this is actually practical or realistic, but I would say they're not doing anything down that left hand side,
Uh-huh.
Madrid at this time. And they're weirdly, actually, I thought it was going to be David Alaba playing out wide, but in fact, it seems like it's Nacho playing out wide. I think you just put maybe Marcelo on. I know he's 1,000 years old, but just put
Uh-huh.
him on. At least he could be a bit more creative out there than
Right.
maybe Nacho would
Just
be.
to get
And
across him.
at this rate, you need 2 goals, like 2 goals
Yeah.
in one half. I don't think you can say that, you wait till the 70th minute or something and then you just start really going for it. I just don't think you can do that. I think you have to go for it right away. So for me, I think you do kind of put on someone like Marcelo, maybe as well, put on just another forward, form some
Uh-huh.
sort of three in the back. I'm not sure, but all I can say is Gareth Bale, they have at their disposal. They do have Marcelo. Rodrigo could be available. I am going to check, though, just to make sure. Maybe there are some players I am missing, but even also as well, though, Nick, like PSG could take off like Messi, and they could put on somebody to, maybe
Di
work a bit
Maria,
harder
somebody.
as well.
Yeah.
Let's see if Di Maria is available. I think that would make it even harsher
Yeah.
to an extent.
And that's what I would do. Stick the knife in. If I was Poch, I would probably bring off. Can you bring off Messi? Is that under contract? Can you actually take off Messi?
I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can. But let me just check to see if he is in there. Yeah, Di Maria's in there. Yeah, that's over. I think you take off Messi, put on Di Maria. This team wins more with Di Maria anyway.
That's
Uh,
right. That's right. And he will track back. He will do the hard work.
Correct. And so I don't know. They also have a Adrissagana Gay available.
That's right.
Like he's an absolute monster. Yeah, I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried. Looking at Real Madrid, Camavinga could come on, maybe potentially replace Casemiro or
Well,
sorry,
they need some kind of
Valverde.
creativity on there,
I
man.
just, to be honest,
Camavinga is a good shout, frankly, because they got to
starting
get
to
through.
think. I'm starting to think, Nick, that Tony Kroos and Luka Modric, they have been, the Galacticos in that midfield for so long. I am starting to maybe lose patience, or I just feel like one of them has to go. And you probably would say Tony
Mhm.
Kroos would probably be the one to go first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I just, I think for a long time it worked having those two midfielders because they just controlled games, dominated games. But
Sure.
like at this age, I just feel like you only can have one of them in the midfield. Like I don't think you can get away with both of them in the midfield anymore. And
I
perhaps
would
what they
be
need
very
to actually
surprised.
do is take that risk and put on someone
Yeah,
like a Camavinga instead of like a Tony Cruz.
absolutely. Some of the creativity and pace is what they're dying for right now.
Yeah, they are dying for that. Rodrigo, I am now seeing it is available to them. Luka Jovic, I don't really see him coming on. Lucas Vasquez potentially, he could help out. He is actually quite
Mhm.
creative. That guy. Uh, let's see. I would say the substitutions they should make are. I don't think they changed the front line. I don't. I think the front line is actually Asensio has been quite atrocious. So I would say put Rodrigo on, and then I would say put Rodrigo on, see where you go from there. Maybe later take off Tony Cruz, put on someone like a Camavinga, and see
Uh,
how things roll on. But I don't know. They don't really have a lot of options to them, to be fair. And I think PSG have much better options off the bench, which does even worry me even more to a degree.
yeah. Do you see Cruz and Modric staying there next year? I don't think
I
so.
think Luka Modric stays. I think Luka Modric stays at Real Madrid till he's 40. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding.
Yeah.
I think he does. I think Tony Cruz, no. I
Yeah.
think Tony Cruz will probably retire or move back to Germany
To
or
Germany.
something like that. To be fair, actually, I don't even think he would go back to Germany. I think that league is a bit too fast paced for him. Uh, so I think maybe he'll just retire at Real Madrid. Actually, Tony Cruz. I mean, what he's won everything. Like I
Yeah,
don't really get like
completely.
what he probably has.
World Cup,
Maybe it's more
Copa
financial
Davis.
security at this stage. Like
Uh,
not. He's won a World Cup. He's won Champions League 3 times. Like he's
he
won.
doesn't even need the money. He's got a hell of a podcast, I hear.
Really? Is it
Yeah,
like some
yeah, yeah.
sort of like German football podcast or
That's
something like
exactly
that?
what it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
glorious. I'm
Really
actually gonna
popular
listen to
too.
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it. That sounds fun, actually. So yeah, I think one of them. I think Tony or Luca will go till he's 40. Hopefully, Tony Cruz, just for the sake of his teammates, retires so that some of those other guys can get better minutes. Um, and David here asking, are Real Madrid in danger of a hiding considering they have to go full throttle now for the next 45 minutes? That's what I'm talking about, Dave. That's exactly what I'm saying is PSG, they can sit even deeper
Mhm.
now, I feel like, and then they can just be able to do exactly what they've been doing before. But the problem is that Real Madrid know they have to score. So that means they can't really they just have to take risks. They just have to take risks. And that just means more chances for Mbappe. That just means more through balls from Neymar. It just means more havoc caused by that front three. And I think it just plays into PSG's hands, Dave. It could be a potential hiding. It really could be. Catman Jess saying, Jack, would love to see Kravatsky Elia sign for a Premier League team. Great video yesterday. Do appreciate it, Catman. Do appreciate it. I just want to see him go somewhere where I can actually watch him play, Catman. To be fair, I just want to see where I can go watch him play because I'm tired of watching the highlight reels. But big time Girder saying, take off that Real Madrid jersey. Potch all day. Love it, big time Girder. Love it. Absolutely love it. But to be fair, not a PSG fan, my man. Not an oil salesman. Not an oil salesman. Our shots per saying Tim Yedvash, Jordan Lasser, Victor Moses could all be decent signings for Spurs in the Russian league as well. Yedvash, I feel like that guy has always just been weirdly existing in like Football Manager and FIFA, but has never like actually come to fruition. Jordan Larson, I actually have heard some good things about. Victor Moses is, I think, too old.
Yeah, how old is Moses now? He's gotta be 35.
I think he's got to be like 32, 33 at this stage, 31 maybe.
Oh,
But I would say maybe Jordan Larson. Jordan Larson has looked actually quite good. He really has. But big up, David. Really do big up. I don't know. Like I've enjoyed watching these world class players in front of us, Nick. But I really wish this was like 0-0 or something like that at halftime. I really do because I think it would be a lot more interesting to see how whether PSG would actually continue to sit deep. Maybe they would change things up. But like I said, with that scoreline, they can just continue to do more of the same, and it does worry me. If there were anybody, let's say in that PSG squad, do you feel like Nick that maybe would be switched out? Do you think they just continue with this full team throughout? Maybe did they make any changes? They bring on an
I
extra
I
defender,
think taking somebody off for Di Maria is the best shot possible because he will do the work in the front line.
and he's still
Uh,
good going forward as well.
yeah, who else have they got on the bench, do you know?
I believe as well they have Julian Draxler technically.
Uh,
In terms of actual wingers, not too many. I guess
yeah.
Xavi Simmons, the 16-year-old could come on. I don't know. Uh,
Right. I think he goes, Idrissa Gana Gueye,
yeah.
is always dangerous. Anybody you gotta say the full 3 names every time you say his name is always dangerous. Uh,
Uh,
I think it's a good shout. I think Poch runs with what he's got probably up until the 70th minute, makes 2 changes. That's what I
yeah.
would.
I think Di Maria is the move. I really do think he is the move.
uh,
And with that move, I mean, it only screams a win for PSG because I would say out of all the PSG players, I've always respected and loved Di Maria.
Absolutely,
I think
absolutely.
he's always been a baller and is actually probably has been actually quite disrespected. I think his whole career. And maybe just a quick question here. I actually think Di Maria, when I think about it, has been a victim of what maybe Benzema has been kind of a victim of for the majority of his career. Always an unbelievable player, just not the star name,
In
in
somebody's
that team.
shadow. Always in somebody's shadow,
But
absolutely.
ridiculously good. Where
Yeah,
like times you're like, why isn't this guy like maybe spoken about, on the
yeah.
same level? And I think it was Di Maria's always been playing for teams where he was nowhere near the star name, and maybe that is kind of what it is. But I do feel like maybe he has that Benzema complex too.
Well, it's that Man U effect. It's that anybody that has a shit show at Man United has to carry that with them throughout their entire career. Same thing happened with the Memphis Depay.
Jeez, that was so funny actually that they wasted that signing of Di
Yeah.
Maria as well. What a waste of us, because there's no way you could say that was a bad signing. Like, you don't say that Di Maria is a bad player. Like, you just not getting the best out of him is what I think. If he's not playing well, but I actually forgot that transfer even happened. Thanks for reminding me. Kivicha equals Mr. Illegal Skills. He does have illegal skills. I think he's the Georgian Zidane, my man. He's the Georgian Zidane. You could, Marquise saying you could move Hakimi to play right wing and then maybe bring on a right back, I guess would be the case.
Go more defensive. Yeah.
I guess they could put on like Thilo Kehrer or something like that German guy, and then they put Hakimi at right wing. I see that, actually. I do see that. I think, to be honest, Marquise would probably, if they really wanted to shut up shop, take off Hakimi, put on Kehrer, and then put on Di Maria. That's what I would say. You just shut up shop that way. Ball out wide, though, to Danilo. Plays it back to the Donnarumma.
Oh, Verratti keeps it in. How are we doing on the timer here? Looks like we're working. All right, good.
I feel like it's frozen on live, though, unless I'm wrong. No, it's not. Never mind, I'm lying too. All right.
Well, I like what I'm seeing, man. I like what I'm seeing. Not just because I love Poch and always want him to succeed, but as much as I respect Ancelotti, I just I don't like how fast he left Everton, man. It was like his bags were packed and at the door, and he was just waiting for.
I think he got found out, actually, to a degree. I think he got kind of found out. I think he was proven to be somebody that actually is not someone that can work with small teams.
That's right.
Because in order to work with small teams with worse players, you need to have technically better tactics, better training, know how to get the best out of players and whatnot. Ancelotti has always been renowned for getting the best out of like superstars, getting the best out of players with bad attitudes, getting the best out of players who really think about themselves more than others. He's always been kind of known about, Galacticos. He's good at managing world star players, but Everton, like Mason Holgates of the world, like he kind of got found out. I'll be honest. I think he got found out.
So what you're saying is he was going Bale, Townsend, Bale,
Townsend. You didn't know what to do, and you didn't know what to do with it. Vinicius here.
Oh,
fuck's sake, Asensio! Every time it's a shit touch. Oh, it's got to be better there, Asensio. It's got to be better there. It's been shit touches all game. What a through ball by Vinicius there. It's god awful. I swear that's been his touch every single time today. It's always been behind him. It's knocked in front of him too far. Asensio just needs to be taken off. I'm sorry. Asensio needs to be taken off. That is a shocking again. I really thought he was actually just gonna, again, like that's actually should just do a lot better with that. Here it is though, Federico. I'm disappointed with that. Really am, actually.
You think that Ancelotti just doesn't really trust the youth, and that's why you see your Modric's and your Cruzes and even your Asensio? I know he's not that old, but he's been playing for a while now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I think Carlo is, I don't know if he's ever been really known for using youth or, putting in youth. And to be fair, it's tough as well because the La Liga has been a bit of a cakewalk for them this season as well. So I think what's maybe difficult about that is the system that they're using right now is what's been working La Liga. So how would can they really make a change for the Champions League? Hakimi here out wide.
But is there anybody in the box? No.
Neymar, though.
This is something all by himself. No. Oh. Outfoxed a little bit there.
Don't really rate Kimpembe, Marquise, honestly. I think there are way better left-sided defenders out there. I'll be honest. I think Pau Torres, Bastoni, a few others I would probably take over Kimpembe. I don't really rate Kimpembe as much as probably others do. I don't think he's bad or anything, but I don't think. Maybe this sounds harsh. I think he's lucky to have a spot in that PSG team.
Really.
I guess. I think he's lucky. I've seen him make, like I've said this before, I see him have unbelievable games and then I see him look absolutely foolish and look like a clown. We even saw in the beginning of the game, we saw him take 3 touches to get it under control at one stage, and then they took it away from him. I honestly think in terms of players who play for world-class teams, I think he's like the Davinson Sanchez of like a world-class team. Kimpembe, he's made some boneheaded mistakes in my time from what I've seen.
Oh.
Luca, though, Asensio, you're offsides, dude. Might have to drag him off myself.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he is definitely a major issue.
I'm just forward right now. Two moments that I can think of where Asensio actually, if he just had a good touch there, would have actually had a shot on goal. And that's what really frustrates me. And so even when we were saying earlier, like Real Madrid didn't have any clear-cut chances, I think I even said at one stage, Nick, actually had more to do with, I think, just
almost
wow, what a shot
right into the defense.
I think it had more to do with the fact that Real Madrid just didn't have like that final pass, that final touch, that whatever, in order to actually get, one-on-one with a keeper or anything. And that's why I'm just been kind of frustrated with maybe players like Asensio today.
Mm-hmm.
Big up, Marquise. Good to see you're taking a break, my man. Good to see it. And then Parmiguel Escobedo saying Schlotterbeck, Beckenbauer. Absolutely. I would take Pau Torres. I would take Bastoni. I would take Schlotterbeck any day over Kimpembe, my man. Any day I would take those 3. Probably another one that I'm not even thinking of I would take over him.
Real Madrid desperately trying to break through in here, but they've got nobody in the center.
Yeah, nobody in the box here.
Nobody's making like a decent run forward.
I don't know where Kareem is.
Yeah. Do we have a price tag on Bastoni? How much does he cost?
I'm pretty sure there is no price tag. I think he's in fact almost, what is it, invaluable? I think they are pretty certain that he's going to basically be like the next best left-footed center back in the world. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he is also Italian and plays for Inter Milan, I think just makes it so that it will need to be like a 90 million sort of price tag, if not more. I could see him being a £100 million player. Not even kidding. But maybe £100 million players, I guess, are usually attackers. So, ball in. Yep, this is a goal. He finishes it and but it's offsides. I don't think that was offsides. There's no way. How on earth is he offsides here?
Because of something to do with the deflect. He's way
he's off. God, he is. This is what I mean about Mbappe sometimes. So like, there's no reason to be offsides there. There's no reason. That was ridiculous skill.
That was a bit of
that was disgusting. That was disgusting.
Vinicius trying to duplicate the feet, but does not hard enough off his foot.
That was a disgusting move, though. That was disgusting. But I would say I don't think Mbappe has any excuse to be offsides there. To be honest, like you just sit on the last man there. There's no reason. You're also at the top of the 18. It's not like you need to gain an extra yard. Really do appreciate everybody tuning in, though, right now. We do have around 15 in the house. Really appreciate it, everybody. Really do appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully, you're able to sync up with us. Hopefully, you're just enjoying a bit of the commentary, also as well. Maybe not as much of a... but Alaba! See, again, these are these moments. Just that ball is a bit better. That's a goal. Pass is a bit better. Touch is a bit better. I'm just frustrated with Real here. But Neymar here playing it out wide to, oh my gosh, that is silky. That was actually glorious by the referee there. Telling him to get up. I'm loving this. Actually, the referee, out of anybody, the referee's been the best man on the pitch today, honestly. I really actually think he has. Really loved how much he's, let the game play here. He's not letting PSG get away with dives. He's not letting Real Madrid get away with it either, I've seen. He's really making them play. Yeah, fine, Kareem. That's a shit pass, though.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely.
In, but who's
boys. Oh, Messi here. Oh, look at that pace. Alaba getting stuck in.
Is that a no?
No, he got stuck.
That looked a little cheeky, though.
He looked absolutely no, but that pace right there is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Play him through here, Luca.
Wide, yeah, wide open.
Come on, Vini. Skin him.
Go. Oh! Finds Modric in. Oh, come now.
Asensio
not looking anywhere.
Again.
No.
Get him off the pitch.
If that was Benzema in that position, that would have been a goal.
Yeah, Marquis saying if De Ligt went for 75 million 2 seasons ago, Bastoni would go for at least 90. The fact that he's a lefty is a huge bonus. Yeah, that's Marquis. I couldn't put it better myself. I think the fact that he is left-footed adds not even getting like an extra 10 million. It adds like an extra 10, 15 million. It just does. And that I never thought about that way. So maybe Bastoni could be the first like 100 million priced center back. Maybe he actually could be the first 100 million center back
on for Tony Kroos.
I love it. Carlo's feeling the same way, and then Rodrigo on as well. You'd love to see it. You love to see it. I like it, Carlo. I do like it. I don't think Skriniar plays in the middle, Marquis.
Let me ask you this question, Jacko. If Real Madrid go out here, I mean, they're probably gonna walk the league, but if they go out here, does Ancelotti keep his job next season?
Yes.
Because you think so? Because I don't know. Because with the youth that they're trying to bring through, I don't know.
I think he does. He won the league. He's winning the league comfortably. PSG, if it weren't PSG, I think you could say that. But since it is PSG, I'm pretty sure I just don't think it really happens. Like, it just seems a bit harsh if you ask me. If he hadn't maybe dominated the league so much this season, Ancelotti, I would say yes, you could find a reason. But the fact that he made the league quite easy, I think just shows that I think he does keep his spot. But it's a good question. I think also as well, right, if Real Madrid weren't in this sort of precarious financial situation, you would also say maybe they would fire him. But, the signing of Mbappe, who knows, maybe other world star players or world-class players, maybe that's what the manager they want is Ancelotti. But Real Madrid able to win it back here in PSG's half. Vinicius Jr. here. Finds Nacho.
Nacho with a terrible pass.
Yeah.
Looking for Alaba. Alaba's going right back over. Nacho.
I don't know why does Nacho even need to be that far forward?
Yeah.
If he's not going to do anything with
volley fest right now. And PSG just sitting tight in the back. Rodrigo. Benzema out to Modric. Finds his way into the box, but he's getting crowded.
Love it. Beautiful skill. Kareem. Gotta do better there, Kareem. Mbappe.
Was that Hakimi trying to outpace? Or was that Mbappe? Yep.
I do love Carvalho just sending him into the. That actually didn't look like foul, actually, to be rough. Maybe I'll watch it again.
Oh, it's a little rough. Look a little bit like an ice hockey check.
Can't say that doesn't bring a smile to my face. Bastoni is unsellable. That's what I was kind of thinking. Part of Miguel Escobar. I don't even know if Inter ever even sell him. I think they would sell him in like 6-7 years. I'm not even kidding. I would make that prediction. Bastoni or Delict? Bastoni. What would you say, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, for Spurs, definitely Bastoni.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's
without
a good question.
And in general, I mean, I like Delict definitely, but Bastoni, he's not old at all either, right?
21 or 22 or something.
Yes. Oh Lord,
it's ridiculous. I mean, to be fair though, Delict is still some young age. I think he's like 24 or 23. But yeah, that would be my answer. Do let me know what you think, Marquise. Do let me know. How much do you think we would get back for Emerson if we do sell him? I mean, if Paratici got 20 million, that would be that would be hilarious. Oh, Benz! Ah!
Oh, what a mistake!
Play back!
Oh, that's gotta be a
Come
goal.
on! Here we go, boys. Pick it out. Come on, boys. Vamos!
You know, I knew it was gonna have to be some dumb
Come
mistake.
on, Benz! Pick it out. Let's go, lads. 30 minutes to go.
Up. Can they bring themselves back into this match? Looking toothless for almost 70 minutes. 60.
Oh, Benz, what a finish. I was showing him the weight room.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Not a foul.
That is experience and aggression right there.
David Harris. That's why you don't put Donnarumma in your rolled 11. Gives the ball away in that scenario. Why you don't get that's why Neuer goes Neuer, Ederson, or Allison. That's why you put him in your world 11, because they would not give the ball away there. No matter how good a shot stopper someone is, once they have the ball at their feet, they can make mistakes.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Poch not happy.
Shouldn't be. It's a ridiculous coat and scarf that I think he's got to tie the scarf a bit better there. Pochettino picked out that outfit himself, maybe less criticism, but we do know a lot of these managers nowadays, they all have fashion designers and everything.
He's got the best people in Paris working on his work. They told him to button it exactly like that, too.
Oh, love that ball, Benz.
Oh, but Marquinhos is in there.
Wow, he's so classy.
Yeah, and he's got some legs on him too, man.
Oh, I think he is actually. I don't know. People probably think I'm ridiculous. I think I would almost rather have Marquinhos than Van Dijk. I really would. I do rate Marquinhos that highly. I think he's absurd.
That is a hot take right there.
I think I would. I think Marquinhos, what I think makes him so ridiculous is he seems like Thiago Silva's of the world. It feels like Thiago Silva's of the world, like come, once every 20 years sort of kind of players that just see the game like 20 seconds ahead, like see the game in slow motion. And I think, oh my God, Kareem. Oh, if Ben single-handedly
do not let them back into this freaking game. What are you doing over here?
Marquinhos, I would say, though, just to finish, I just think he's like Thiago Silva 2.0. That's what I would say. That's why I think he's the best. Kareem. Also one of the best names in the business, Kareem Benzema. I would kill to have that. I would love to have that name, Kareem Benzema.
Well, Madrid definitely have some momentum here.
Yeah, absolutely. And geez,
is it the changes? Oh, another terrible goalkeeping decision.
This makes me think, though, like, then now that they have got that goal, makes you think, like, Nick, like, go back to the chances Real Madrid did have, perhaps, like I said, maybe one of those passes goes a bit better. One of those touches is a bit better.
We'd be looking at a different game right now.
You think you'd be looking at a 2-2. This is why I said they haven't had a lot of shots on goal, but since you and I have been watching this game, we have seen them threaten. It's just not exactly do anything in the final moment. But Vinicius here. Come on. Make something. Nacho goes out for a corner. I really am. I don't know why they continue to have Nacho out there. He seems useless. He seems like an Emerson out there on that left wing back position. Maybe potentially why they're bringing on Lucas Vasquez, or maybe Lucas Vasquez might be coming on for Carvajal. Could be coming on for Carvajal.
I definitely see PSG sitting back over this last 15 minutes, and I think that's a big mistake. You got to hit them harder.
Is it a mistake? I don't know if it's a mistake. I just think, like I said, it's a bit shameless considering how expensively assembled their squad is.
Yeah,
But I would say I don't know if it's a mistake. Actually, Nick, I think I would disagree. I think it's exactly what they should be doing because
I just
oh
think.
oh
Oh,
ah
oh! What a chance!
ah Vinicius! Oh, almost threw the mic out of the stadium. Oh, that was almost a bike. That was ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Donnarumma being tested here. Yeah, the Vinny Benzema link up has been one of the best this season. That's why I was trying to tell Nick, but I think it got interrupted. That's why I was telling him the story about how Benzema and what's happening here? It's all over the place for PSG. Anytime they cut away from the screen, it seems like something's happening. But yeah, that's why I was trying to tell Nick that story, Matt, about Benzema never liking Vinicius Jr. until now because it's hilarious. Because I think they've been the best duo in Europe this season alongside Kane and Son. And so it is kind of hilarious that just a year and a half ago, Benzema was telling his own teammates not to pass him the ball. There we go. Benz. Oh, so sexy. Sir! Sir!
Benzema.
Ref, still waiting for that free kick. Waiting. Camavinga. Benz. Nacho.
The Nacho playing
Alaba.
high still.
Ping that pass. Love it. That's what you want to see Harry Winks do. Class there from Hakimi. Class there.
Benzo's got a bit of a flat tire there. Yeah. Oh, and that was definitely a step, without a doubt.
Yeah, that need to be a free kick.
Yeah.
Of course, it was Paredes, though. Win the ball back here. Don't let him go. Ref. You've been good all game, ref. You've been good all game.
Marquise
Didn't know that, Marquise.
Tottenham's under 23 keeper is pretty excellent. Who is?
I have no idea who our under 23 keeper is, to be fair. And Meslier, I think you're a smart guy, actually, Marquise, by saying that maybe Meslier isn't as good as people say. I think I like that hot take. I actually like that hot take. Do I agree, though? I'm not sure. I don't even know if I can disagree, though, because it feels like with Leeds, it's hard to tell what makes a good keeper. Because you deal with so many shots. And to be fair, I would say Meslier is unbelievable with his feet, though. I think he's unbelievable with his feet. So at least I can say he has that in his game. But I like that. I actually like that hot take. I like that hot take. I think that's very, brave of you, Marquise. I do have the laundry machine just made a noise. I will be right back.
No problem. PSG with a little possession now. Oh, and Neymar with it, trying to shimmy his way out of a press. He does well with it into Messi. Messi back to Verratti. Verratti trying to keep possession. Little good possession here by PSG. Spread it around. Into Mbappe. Mbappe finds Hakimi way out in the right, who's all by himself. And it looks like the steam has gone out of Real Madrid's press. But
yep. Like we saw in the first.
It's like the first half all over again. Yep. And just playing a little bit of friendly practice volley for the PSG squad. Oh, Neymar and he gets taken down. And he's taking his time on the ground.
Oh, sorry.
All right. I'm up here for Dolo while Jack gets his seamless order. Is that Idris Gana Gay? Coming on for Paredes? It looks like it. How are we doing on this timer? Doing all right. And everybody in the chat, we are still trying to work out this timer scoreboard situation. So if you guys catch any mistakes, any foibles going on, just let us know because we're working on it.
I was muted. Sorry, guys. Had a New York moment there. Had a New York moment. A New York moment with the laundry machine, and then as well with the Amazon.
That was Amazon. I thought it might be the Mormons.
Not this time.
Yeah.
I mean, no way they would come to this neighborhood.
Not getting a lot of joy in
not a lot of prospects, I'll tell you that. I'd be impressed if they signed anybody.
Yeah. PSG back with the possession again, and this is not what Real Madrid wants.
No, this is not what you want to see.
Yeah.
I've heard of Martin van der Voort. But Vinicius here. Oh, beautiful. They have to get something from this. Let's go.
Well,
let's go. Let's go.
Taking it. Where's he going with that pass? Oh, but it's in.
Did he just miss that?
Very nearly.
Oh, no. Did he just miss that just completely? Oh, my gosh. I mean, I'm not surprised. Vinicius does not have good finishing, but he's got to bury that. Oh, that's a gift. That's a gift. That's a gift. Wow. Vinicius has had a good game, though. I'm not going to be. Oh! Play! Yes.
This does not look good.
Yes, Rodrigo. Oh, good defending. God damn it, lads. We got to do better with this.
I'm going to pause for the cause here a second, Jack. I'll be right back.
No problem. Oh, they got to do so much better with that. Benzema again, absolutely wrecking Donnarumma. Matt C, I think anybody would want to sign Kostic. He's like had more assists or goal contributions than Messi has or something like that, like in the last year. He's absolutely absurd. Oh, come on, Luca. Yes, Luca, come on! Love that, Luca. Love that. Get stuck. Show him the floor. Costs 25 to 25 million. I mean, Marquise, if he costs 20 to 25 million, I think he better be worth it. I think that is actually, unless he is that good. I don't know really too much about him, but if he is that good, I mean, I think 20 to 25 million might be overpaying. But I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about him to say that that's overpaying, but I don't have a strong opinion, but 20 to 25 million, it's just always a risk, I feel. That's exactly what I want, though. If he is someone that is really good with his feet, that's exactly what I want. Because in my belief, sometimes we're seeing this in the case of we will Christoph. You see it in the case of I don't know, like In Donnarumma's case, today I've seen the fact that, he hasn't really exactly shown that, he's good with his feet. And you kind of think about it, you would rather want to see someone like that be good with their feet in that sort of situation. I will change it, Christoph. I will change it in just a second. It's just my partner, Nick in crime, has the ability to change the scoreboard. I do not. Ball in here. Vinicius in behind. Vinicius. Oh, he's being stood up by so many players in front of him. Oh, Benz! Come on! Benzema! 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 Kareem! Kareem! Come on! Kareem! Kareem! What a comeback! Come on, boys! Come on! Ah! Oh, glorious! Oh, glorious! Kareem! Ah! Luka Modric leading it, skinning past man after man, threads that through ball into Vinicius. Vinicius being tracked down, gets met by like 3 or 4 players there, does well. Does really well. Finds Luka again, who finishes what he started. And Benzema showing the class of being onside, showing the class of being onside there. Absolutely onside there. Threads the through ball, Luka Modric, with the Kareem Benzema class finish. Oh, Kareem. Oh, the GOAT. The GOAT. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Come on, Kareem. Come on, Kareem. Oh, Mercedes Benzema. Oh, what a legend. Get in. What a game. Benzema hat trick? Unless you're way ahead of me, my man. That's not happening. That's why Luka Modric will always be world class. I agree. Benzema! Come on! Kareem! Come on! Kareem! Oh, 3 goals in 1 half! Kareem! Oh, why does these keep happening? They keep cutting away and then goals keep happening. Oh my God, all 3 goals. They cut away. I actually hate CBS Sports. I actually hate Paramount Plus. Why do they keep cutting away for all of these goals? Why are they like looking at fans in the stands? I've missed all 3 of these goals because they're looking elsewhere. And then you see, oh, what a finish. What a finish. What a legend. Oh, with the outside the foot. Oh, outside the foot. Oh, Kareem. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Alaba throwing a chair as well. Beautiful. Wiping the boots. Oh, this is glorious. Oh, this is glorious. Poch was already getting fired. This is why I don't care about PSG, and I love Poch, but he was already getting fired. Like, even if he won the Champions League, apparently he was going to be leaving practically this season anyway. So, I don't know. I think he was already going to be leaving this season anyway. Oh, this is glorious. I need Nick back to change the score. Di Maria coming on. Really apologize, everybody. I do apologize about the score. I do apologize about the score. We are going to change it. We are going to change it. But at least you can stay in sync. At least you can stay in sync with us. Oh, yes. I love it, Vinicius.
What in
I
the
absolutely
world
love
just
it.
happened?
What have you done, my man? You've left me alone
What
here for
in
this.
the world just
Leave
happened?
the room more often, but change the score while you're out.
Oh
Change
my
the score while you're
lord!
out. Change that score. Double it. Triple it. Triple
What
it.
did I miss? You're gonna have to recap. I had to deal with some screaming kids.
You missed a Benzema hat trick.
Good lord!
A
What a
Benzema hat trick.
disaster!
Second goal, you could say a bit fortunate. Third goal, class finish. Class finish. The third goal. Finished it with the outside the boot. Just what was also funny about this, Nick, is I feel like all the goals as well were like when the camera was being cut away to something, and then you're just like, oh my god, like they're through, like they're through on goal. It was very annoying. And then actually right after kickoff, they scored as well. So I mean, Benzema hat trick. What do you have to say? Mercedes Benzema. That's all you have to say.
This
That's
is a disaster for Poch.
Yeah. People are saying they're really sad for Poch and everything. My thought process, Nick, is that he's already leaving. So like,
Right. Yeah. I mean, did you see the?
I don't really care what he achieves with PSG, because I'm like, if he's already leaving, they're not showing him the respect that maybe he deserves then.
Yeah. Did you see his recent statement?
And about him maybe seeing he doesn't want to go play. I think he said something about, right, he wants to go back to Tottenham basically, or Tottenham still has a home in his heart.
He was showing a lot of love for Tottenham, but it also didn't sound like he had any plans to stay at PSG.
Yeah, I think it's been released a while ago that they have no plans on keeping him after this. And in fact, I think they haven't renewed the contract, which is just why it's quite obvious. Duncan Rathford, I know. I do feel bad for Poch. I do. I don't want this to hurt him too much, but I don't think he should really let PSG, grind him down too much. But Benzema, beautiful touch with Vinicius Jr. here. Vinicius, skin him here. Skin him. Good tackle there from Kimpembe. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I do feel bad for Poch, but if he's leaving at the end of the summer, I just don't care. I really don't. Jimmy, I mean, I might have to ban you for that sort of comment, but Karim Benzema, absolute legend. Absolute legend. We're going to be rocking Karim tonight. Going to be rocking Karim and pro clubs. Every time I get my pro clubs character on the ball, just going to be rocking the Karim vibes on the ball. But big up, Jimmy. Christoph Martinson. Well, Poch is definitely getting sacked after this. Could he just get sacked right away after this sort of result? Do you feel like, Nick?
I don't see
or
that.
would they just let him finish out the season?
Yeah, I see them finishing out the season. It would be a mistake to shake up the dressing room before the end of the season, this far into the season.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think they practically have already won, League Off.
the league. Yeah.
So maybe they do just bring in that new manager, to, I don't know, maybe just get an early introduction. Who knows? But again, I swear they cut away every time. And then we're seeing Vinicius inside the box with the shot there. I'm actually hating the editing today.
Yeah. Who do they bring?
I'm not kidding. It's actually been really frustrating. I've seen every single time Real Madrid have scored, it's been coming from some sort of cutaway, like from some replay that they've been showing. I'm like, get your replays right. Choose when to do the replays. Don't do the replay right after it's happened, because something will happen. And Vinicius in here.
Oh,
what is that touch?
Terrible touch inside the penalty box.
What is that touch? Why? Oh, Ben's throwing him the weight room.
What is going on with the defense of PSG right now? Good Lord.
Benz. You got to do so much better there. I'm actually shocked they didn't score in either of those. They haven't scored in either of those. Oh, hit one.
They're dancing all around right now.
Make that run. Oh, sir! Thank you, ref.
That is a free kick without a doubt. You know what though? Who would PSG even bring in right now? I don't see him getting sacked.
Brings it on. I think as everybody's saying Zidane, it's going to be the one.
Because my guess is that they wait and see what happens with Conte. They hold on to Poch, and see what happens in the summer.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Anything outside of treble for PSG is a huge letdown. But when was the last time they won the treble, Marquise? It's whatever manager can do it with them. They couldn't do it with Tuchel. You could say that Tuchel was their best opportunity to do it. Pochettino can't do it. I mean, who can do it at this rate? That's what I would say. Maybe Zidane. Who knows? PSG and Pochettino did not learn their lesson from last season. I don't know. Like last season, I thought they played quite well, like Kelvin in the Champions League. I thought they went a lot further than they should have. Rodrigo, that's shocking. That's a Gio Lo Celso free kick. I think they made it further than they should have actually, Kelvin, last season. So I know what you're trying to say, but to be fair, I think he got away with one last season even. Rockstar 90 saying, pretty sure Poch is going to get sacked now after that. All goals, PSG mistakes. If you think about it, Donnarumma mistakes, defender mistakes, everything.
That's a good question. Would Conte want to coach PSG? Probably not.
I don't think Conte. No, no way. I think he would probably rather retire from coaching than coach that team. Zidane to PSG is probably the case. Yeah.
No.
Incredible entertainment as a neutral. I would say as a non-neutral, it's been glorious. But Benzema here at the top of the box. Vinicius. Oh, yeah. I mean, it is ridiculous. 86th minute as well. I feel like time has flown by as well. Time has flown by. So this is unbelievable. I must say. I had no hope. I'll be honest. I had no hope at halftime. I was practically complaining the whole time as well about the fact that PSG, I just thought this would play into their hands, this sort of fixture.
I thought Real Madrid were dead and buried.
I thought they were dead and buried because they didn't create they, like we said, they created moments, but they didn't create chances.
They looked lethargic too. Yeah. And did Asensio come off for one of?
They did. Came off.
Well, right there, problem solved. Wow. So, and obviously the changes made a massive difference.
Sounds like Carlo needs me in the dressing room there because those were the two changes I suggested actually. Carlo, be happy to even just to be the gum man for him. I'll just be the gum guy. Just keep handing him pieces of gum. Anything. Julian Draxler coming on. Always had a soft spot for him. But
I don't see him making a huge difference.
No, I don't either. He does have it. He can hit one from distance though, so maybe that you could see that.
Yeah. The long ball in goes nowhere. Yeah.
Vinicius just power.
Vinicius gets the power rebound. Oh, and he's putting on the pace. Draxler trying to keep up, but doesn't. Wayward pass, but it does find.
What is that?
Neymar takes it right off.
Benz? Yes. Lovely. Yes, Vasquez. Yes.
Vasquez dipping through.
Hit one.
Modric wants a long shot. He wants it.
Hit one.
Oof. And PSG have definitely given up the ghost at this point.
This is unbelievable. They seem to have no chance. They actually, and to a degree, we were talking about this earlier, Nick. Make this prediction now. Is this the example then? Once they get kind of hit like this, right? They just crumble. It seems like they ride the momentum. So if the momentum doesn't go their way, they will crumble with it. But Neymar here, maybe trying to put the team on his back.
Oh,
well done.
But given the free kick.
Yeah, but it needed to happen. You would rather, I think, and another thing as well, I think you would rather PSG try to score in a set piece than open play. They have a much better chance of scoring an open play than I think from a set piece. especially if it's Messi taking a set piece.
Because it's really just it's really just Marquinhos is the only threat, right?
Marquinhos is and Kimpembe to a degree, but what I mean to say that is like I feel like PSG they have Messi take free kicks and Messi just hits it over the bar every time. So it's like
so we're in extra time, 4 minutes extra time added. And the timer has stopped once again. Why is that?
Marquise with a good point here. I wouldn't want to coach at PSG. Ramos and Messi are aging fast. Mbappe is going to leave. The midfield needs a complete overhaul, and their youth academy isn't developing anyone of note. That is unbelievable, Marquise. I actually agree.
Yeah. I mean, do they even have to? They even have a youth academy? I mean, they got to, but I've never heard anybody come out of PSG's youth academy.
Well, actually, you have, funny enough, but they leave quite early. They don't really. So, like Lo Celso, PSG academy.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know if he's the academy, but like he was there. Like
he was there when he was young.
European club. That was his first European club was PSG, if I'm not mistaken, or at least before he went to Betis. I saw him at PSG playing.
Yeah.
Nkunku, that guy at Leipzig, is from PSG. I think there are a few others you could mention that I know I'm forgetting. But yeah, like I would say their academy is actually quite unbelievable. It's just they don't play for PSG. This is what ends up happening. So I think Marquise, it's a good point. And then as well as like that midfield needs a complete overhaul. I'm absolutely with you. And to a degree, like the front three, like that front three, like just does what it wants. Can you really tell can you tell that front three what to do? I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know if you can tell Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar what to do. I don't think you can, but the Bernabeu must be absolutely on fire.
I mean, what a comeback. What a comeback.
It's looking glorious. I would say no better night and no better city in the world. I would say probably than Madrid tonight. I would say no better city in the world. They are definitely celebrating it. And as well, because I mean, PSG have to equalize, not even win it here, as well. That's what makes it unbelievable. Benzema actually getting the winner, not even the equalizers. But Vinicius here is just going to probably draw a foul. Oh, he should have gone down there. That's why should have gone down there. Modric has just been world class today. World class. Well done. And now they're controlling the midfield. The midfield is all over the place. Oh, it's over. It's over. Look at Benzema with this sort of space here. Mm-hmm. It is over. I can't believe I said this as well, but everybody, going to say, go back to that stream as well with Darius. Go back to that stream as well as Darius. I did predict this. I'm not kidding. I did.
What, you predicted a second half comeback?
I did not predict a 7-half comeback, but I said Real Madrid were going to advance.
Yeah.
I did say. It's just because I wanted, maybe it had tons of bias attached because I just didn't want PSG to advance. But I would say, I do feel quite happy about that. I probably shouldn't really toot my own horn about it, though, just because I just wanted PSG to lose.
So let me ask you
I came up with any reason I could.
Who's your shout for taking it all the way this year?
Originally, what's so funny is then I would look kind of stupid at the same time because probably my original prediction was still Bayern. And the way that Bayern look right now, like they look like they could leak 7 goals while also scoring 7 goals. The way that team plays.
Do you think
I'm going to say Liverpool. Liverpool or Man City. It's going to be an English club. It's going to be an English club that are the favorites. I would say Liverpool. Because what troubles me about Bayern is like Bayern seem to score at will, but they also could like concede at will is my kind of issue. Like the way they defend is just so like it's nightmarish the way they try to defend. All game, full time. Benzema, the absolute legend. Benzema, the absolute legend with a hat trick at full time.
Dragging Real Madrid, kicking and screaming through the second half for the win.
Also as well, though, like 3 gifts, you could even say. Like not even maybe the third goal. I would say the third goal, definitely majority Real Madrid, just showing their class. But probably the first and second goal, you would just say absolute gifts. Absolute gifts. So, Nick, maybe even the story is here that PSG to a degree, not even through Real Madrid's class, like actually created their own downfall, let
Their
alone
own,
Real Madrid creating it.
absolutely, absolutely. You
So
know, Marquise here with the comment, as far as an organization with that much money. Yeah, and are PSG a victim of their own success within the Liga? That's what I'm starting to think, is that they're too good for that league, but it leaves them exposed when they come against better teams from other leagues.
mm,
There's always something that they're not good at, and it's either defending or their midfield usually. You know, they always
yeah.
have a decent attack.
You could say, this is my problem maybe with PSG. You could say, right? They, in fact, if you did know, Nick, they are actually not the biggest club in France. Um, like at least historically,
Historically, right, right, right.
culturally, everything. Culturally,
Marseille,
not even the biggest. Marseille,
yeah,
Nice, Olympique Lyon are pretty much like the godfathers or the powerhouses originally of Liga, as well as maybe one other I probably am missing. But PSG have sort of like been in there. They've always competed, but they haven't exactly been the team that they are now.
yeah,
And so you could say that maybe just pumping in a bunch of money into a team that doesn't exactly have a huge winning history, maybe that's what it is to a degree,
yeah.
because the fan culture there is not exactly one of a winning history or winning kind of culture. The actual trophy cabinet itself isn't very deep or very large. So you would say is that the moment all that money is pumped in, you kind of just expect trophies just to come right away. But if you haven't actually ever really won significant trophies before,
How do
you
you
do kind
create
of think
that
like,
culture?
how do you
Yeah.
really just? Sometimes you just think about it. Maybe there is that winning culture that is sort of needed, that trophy
Mm.
winning culture that's needed. I mean, Mickey Hazard told David and I about that. Like as good as a team can be, it needs to win something before like more things start coming in, before more trophies start coming in. You need to win that first trophy. And probably in the case of PSG, that Champions League has been so elusive to them that it has created their own downfall. And what's actually kind of interesting is I would say you would probably argue, Nick, Bayern Munich maybe in the same sort of bracket as them, as like basically everything rides on the Champions League, you could say,
Yeah,
for
right, yeah,
Bayern.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
Bayern in comparison do win the Champions League. And in fact,
yeah.
they win the Champions League with squads that are not a billion in worth. They win the Champions League with youth academy prospects, with smart transfers, with a clearly well-designed team.
Ex
And maybe that's what PSG to a degree could probably take a look at, is like, do we really need to spend 300 million on X players? Why don't we just maybe get a good director of football, build good institutions, and then build world-class teams that maybe don't have huge egos, that don't have huge price tags attached to them, and maybe then like trophies would actually come into them. Perhaps maybe what I'm trying to suggest is humbling maybe PSG a bit more. Maybe take a few of those kind of star names out of
Well,
the
you know what?
team.
That's what I'm saying. Are they a victim of being, too big, too
Yeah,
rich for that league,
I agree.
and not having the direct perspective? With the Bayern comparison, what also sets Bayern apart is they do have the history. They do have the very long history of winning, of development. Going back, what, 100 years? I don't even know.
Yeah. I just I think you're probably right to a degree. Like maybe it's just dominating Liga, not really actually having real like components that can actually test them in
Mm,
a sort of like real manner, has potentially been their downfall. But then as well, I think if they, let's say, had more humble players in their lineup, you could probably say that they wouldn't be so overconfident or whatever going into the game. And they probably wouldn't be so, to a degree, and people are saying in the comments here, Spursy, in fact,
Yes.
because
Oh, bite your tongue,
PSG
Paro Miguel. Bite your tongue for saying that.
and but you would say PSG have done this before. Like they're actually maybe to a degree, they are kind of bottle jobs. I would say
Mm,
actually PSG, they've done it before. This isn't the first time.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. Like it is perhaps the case that maybe they just need more humble players in that lineup. Maybe just less star names, and then all of a sudden, maybe they do actually pull out results in these sort of games. And like we touched on before, I just feel like the moment that PSG even concede a goal, it feels like they just I didn't predict that once they conceded a goal. I did not predict this happening, but we did talk about in the first half, like they do kind of throw a bit of tantrums. They kind of, lose their head when one thing goes wrong. It feels like with PSG, one thing goes wrong, they lose their head. Where Champions League winning sides, that's just not the case. Champions League winning sides do not lose their head when things don't go their way. And I think that's what you could probably say actually about this PSG team. And I think that's always been the case, actually, Nick, that when they lose their heads, they'll lose. And you really can't say a Champions League winning side, like even recently, all those teams did not lose their head when things didn't go their way. Whereas PSG, they do lose their head.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes down to a lack of cohesion, because they never really play they never really seem like they have the team spirit, like they have, the camaraderie. Everybody's pulling together.
Yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Yeah, there was a lot said too when Messi came in that as good as that front three is it the type of attack that Pochettino really works well with?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, because it doesn't press from the front. It doesn't win the ball back high up the pitch. The only players that are going to win the ball back for you are going to be your midfielders, and you can't really expect them to win the ball back deep in the other person's half. So I think you're actually right. It's never been a fit with Pochettino. He's had to play a style of football that really just isn't his. You could say they just need to switch. I just think they just need one or two fewer Neymars in the team. I would say, and even like the signing of a Messi doesn't help. Like I really don't think it does. I think signing a Messi is like signing another Neymar. I think even to a degree, I feel like Mbappe with the sort of, this is why maybe he's not my favorite sort of player. I think the influences that he's had from Neymar and other players, as well as Paris, hasn't exactly been the best on his sort of career.
Has it helped his ego?
I mean, hasn't helped his ego. Whereas maybe, an East or a Western German city of Dortmund maybe might actually be, a better sort of career starter for him. Not really trying to slam Mbappe here, but I guess what I'm trying to say is there is this culture there that is just, I don't know, just not prepared, I would say, for the Champions League is what I guess I'm trying to go at. Like, even if they know they're the better team, they just don't seem to be able to really show it for full 90 minutes. And I think that was clearly obvious today. I thought they were by far the better team in the first half. And then just one thing doesn't go their way, one mistake, like it is fine. That is how it's going to be. One mistake happens and, you're equal, just going to have to deal with it. And then they just continue to bottle it even more. And then they let Benzema score another and then another. I don't know. I think it is bottle drops. PSG are. Marquis saying PSG is like a football manager team where the player is overusing the editor. Big up, Marquis. Saint Etienne, Saint Etienne's a big club, but I would say everybody, it's been a spectacular watch along. It really has. I've really enjoyed every single moment of it. I've enjoyed just celebrating the Kareem moments. It's especially me just, waxing lyrical about Kareem all night. Beautiful to see him get that hat trick, as well as to see the moment that Nick left, all the goals seem to have flooded in as well. So I'm actually quite thankful for that.
Funny moment. How that happens. Yeah.
That's how it happens. I'm thankful that you did that. Just thankful to see PSG out of this tournament. Absolutely despise them. Honestly, it's a glorious day. Glorious day to be a football fan in general, especially if you're not one of PSG. But I guess that'll be all for now, everybody. I really have enjoyed doing this alongside Nick. Do thank him in the comments, because he and I were putting together this sort of stream today. And hopefully you did, enjoy being able to sync up with us, as well as just seeing maybe a better high quality sort of stream as well. But really do appreciate all the support, everybody, on this channel. As I did say before, I would recommend, maybe since you're done here, do recommend checking out that video I released last night, talking about all the Ukrainian Russian players that maybe your club should take a look at. But as always, everybody, do hit that like, do hit that subscribe while you're on your way out. And do as well recommend this channel to others, because I would say no better time to be watching Real Madrid in the Champions League when you got big Kareem fans in here. But that'll be all for now. Nick and I, we will be seeing you.
See you later. Thanks for having me, Jack.
No problem.